a blessed Sabbath and a blessed new moon, the first day of the 8th-month church ban. We will continue with Judgment of the Living, which is in the fourth section. We left when we were talking about Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1, for us to recap and find out how we continue from that chapter. Let's read it again in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1.
Isaiah 33, verse 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1.
Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Right.
And when thou shalt make an end to the deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
We had seen before that God had promised that the hedge which he had put on Isaiah chapter 5, he had put a hedge on his vineyard. And then that hedge, when it is removed, God will no longer nourish that vineyard anymore. Not even to receive any later rain on that vineyard anymore. Why? Because God said, when he came in Isaiah chapter 5, if you forgot that chapter, just go from verse 1 up to 7, you find, when he came to this vineyard, at the end, in the harvest, he found the vineyard, instead of producing good grapes, the vineyard went to wild grapes, and God did not find anything to harvest from that vineyard. So now he says, they were busy spoiling. Spoiling means they were getting converts from other places, everywhere. Converts were coming. It was an effort to fill up all the house of God. Converts coming with efforts, with everything, meetings, witnessing programs, everything. Converts, that is the spoiling that the house was doing. But now he's saying, woe then to thee that spoileth. Spoileth meaning you were collecting loads of converts. You see, the house of God has got plenty converts. But when God came to inspect those, the people who were filling the house of God, instead in the harvest, he found wild grapes. Why? Because the house of God did not proceed to the fourth angel's message and to the fifth angel's message. It just went up to the third angel's message. And that third angel's message are not messages of harvest. They are not. Because when you go to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, it's where the call of the third angel heard. It was just a warning not to worship the beast. But verse 14 up to 17, these were two harvest messages which, when God was coming to harvest, found, instead of finding good grapes, God found wild grapes. So God said, I'm angry. I'm going to remove the hedge around you, the vine of God. Now, that's why he's giving a warning in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1, saying, woe to thee that spoileth. Yeah? And thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil. Yeah? That is, when the light quits coming, because he had promised the light will stop coming. He will stop nourishing the house of God some way, because they did not continue with the fourth and fifth angel's message. So that